What's up, people? It's Nature Girl 30 here. This is another Smackdown review. Actually, I haven't done really a Smackdown review in a while, so this is actually the go home show to the Night of Champions. This Night of Champions is going to be on Sunday. I'm actually doing this review on Friday night. Well, actually, it's now Saturday morning, but I'm gonna upload it early Saturday morning, like when there's daylight, actually. But anyway, the one thing I have to say is that I'm really getting sick and tired of the whole Sheamus Brogue Kick angle. Like, really, I'm sick of it. I'm sick to death of it. The fact that they brought out Christian just to talk about how dangerous the Brogue Kick is, it's just stupid, and it makes everybody seem like weaklings, in my opinion. I'm just done. Like, how is this building up anything for me? Like, seriously. I mean, sure, it gives people the idea, okay, what is Sheamus gonna do without being able to use the Brogue Kick? But haven't we seen this before? Yeah, we've seen it not once, not twice, but three times. We've seen this with Shawn Michaels when he had the Sweet Chin Music band. We've seen this with the Undertaker during the whole Guerrero era when they had the Hell's Gate band. Now we gotta see this with the Brogue Kick. We know how this is gonna end. Let's face it. The GM is going to cave and then they're gonna bring back the Brogue Kick or something kind of miraculous to where the Brogue Kick is gonna be reinstated. But I guess the reason why they decided to channel this or do this is to maybe give Sheamus somewhat of a challenge to see whether or not he is actually able to not use the Brogue Kick in a fight. I don't know or care. But for real, I am kind of interested in to see how. The one thing I can actually say about the promo about some of the vignettes that I saw tonight is that when I actually saw Raw, I didn't really see all of Raw because of what happened to Jerry Lawler. I kind of cut out early, but then after seeing CM Punk's promo, the actual the ending of the show with CM Punk and with John Cena, that really got me interested in actually seeing that match because that happens to be like literally the best promo I've ever seen in my life when it came to John Cena and CM Punk. That was really good. I was highly impressed with John Cena. That makes me want to go back and watch Raw again. So that's what really made me interested in actually wanting to watch Night of Champions is because of that match. And for people that haven't seen it like me, I'm gonna say they really did a good job. They really absolutely did a good job, and to get people interested in watching the main event. So that's one thing I'm gonna actually give them props for. But the one thing I really did not like was Sin Cara versus The Miz. Yeah, way to go, making The Miz look weak. I mean, crying out loud. Just having him lose against Sin Cara. But the one thing that really kind of irked me a little bit is the fact that the IC Championship match was not announced. They actually announced it on Smackdown instead. And I'm like, why bother doing that? The main reason of having a go home show for SmackDown, because SmackDown really is aired on the end of the week. Usually when it comes to a pay-per-view for a go-home show that's aired at the end of the week, you usually want to have that as a recap. You want to recap all the matches that's going to be happening on that pay-per-view that fall the night after next, like for that night. You want to recap every single last match that there is actually going to be on the card. So why isn't the IC Championship match, which is higher than the US, is not on the card? And you gotta announce it on SmackDown as a Fatal 4-Way. I don't know. This is the one thing that bothered me, but not as much as this. I'm sick to death of my monster Kane being tamed by something as ridiculous as anger management. Don't get me wrong. There was one segment on SmackDown that when he was talking about his feeling, when he was talking about what he went through as a child, I'm not gonna lie, that was funny and very entertaining. But good grief, he freaking hugged Kofi Kingston in the ring. I'm tired of my monsters being tamed. Why are they destroying Kane's image like this? And even the little vignette that they had before that with Daniel Bryan and what they went through. That was an embarrassment to Kane's character. I'm sorry. Kane is a monster. He is not supposed to be nice. He is not supposed to be It's not supposed to be any rhyme or reason why he takes you out. Because he's a monster. That's what monsters are supposed to do. Seriously. I don't know what is in their brains and why they think this is actually a good idea, but it's not. It never was. Bring my monster back and make him a monster again. But not as bad as this. You bring back Wade Barrett. You have all of these vignettes about him being the true brawler. Coming back to him being an actual classic, a classic UK brawler. And then you have his debut to be as mediocre as his build, and then he just comes out saying that nobody's taking the Bear Barrage seriously and then leaves. You don't put him in a match. It just makes me sick how mediocre his whole return was, and it makes me even sicker the fact that he just comes out, talks, and leaves. If he's supposed to be a true tough guy, have him. I mean, give him a true tough guy opponent and shoot, put him in a match that's actually for the belt. I am hoping, and as much as it's a huge downgrade for his character, for him to at least be in the U.S. title picture. Sure, it doesn't make any sense because it's a huge downgrade for him. It's the starter belt. I get it. It's a huge starter belt, and it would be a downgrade for his character for him to actually win the U.S. title, but it's something. That's all I have to say. It's something. He may probably bring a little bit of more something to that belt than Antonio Cesaro ever has, or Santino Marella. But who knows where it's gonna go from there? Good grief! It's just making me feel kind of bleak about this entire thing. But the one thing I can say is that the ending of the whole thing, I mean, there was one match that I actually did not mind, and that was actually Randy Orton versus Lord Tensai, or Tensai, whatever. I actually did like that match. That match was pretty good. And especially the fact that it was literally heating up the feud between Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton. The fact that they're having a standalone match just doesn't make any sense to me for the Night of Champions, but whatever. But either or, I really did like that match. I enjoyed it a lot, and it really did kind of heat up the feud between Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton. I think it did a good job there. The main event of the night was pretty much very predictable as usual. Do you really think that Sheamus was going to get the upper hand? Yes. Do you really think he was going to win without using the Brogue Kick? Yes. The thing about it is, I really am not surprised to actually see him come out on top. Do you think that Alberto Del Rio is going to come out on top? No. And I wouldn't be surprised his Brogue Kick gets reinstated afterwards. But all in all, honestly, it did do something for the Night of Champions. I can't deny the fact that they did do a little bit of promotion for the Night of Champions, and I was happy that they actually did talk about Jerry Lawler, the fact that he had a heart attack, he was in the hospital, and they actually did hashtag Get Well Jerry. So for anybody that actually does want to leave a get well note, by all means, use hashtag Get Well Jerry. That's what I did, and I'm glad they brought that up. So there were two positive things in the night. Besides Randy Orton's match, that was also another positive thing in the night, was talking about Jerry Lawler. But all in all, I can't deny they actually did talk about the Night of Champions. They actually did do something to promote the feuds going to Night of Champions, maybe one or two of them, and they actually talked about the matches. But the biggest downgrade for me was the fact that they did not talk about the Miz's match beforehand. Instead, they actually should have done something to promote the Fatal 4-Way. Instead, they just announced it on Smackdown when they should have already had it on the card. But all in all, the entire card is set. I am happy that the IC Championship is going up. Unfortunately, it's a Fatal 4-Way, but we gotta wait till Night of Champions on Sunday. What do you guys think about tonight's Smackdown? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you want to send me a video response, I am all for that. And also, what do you think about the Night of Champions? Do you think it's going to be a pay-per-view worth watching, or do you think it's going to be bleh? But anyway, I want to hear what you guys have to say about it, so leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any questions for me, send me a question from your to my inbox. It's Ninja Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. See you later.